Hi there, it's Pete. I decided to do a how to play for this fantastic little tune, His Eyes on the Sparrow. So what we're going to do, what I generally do, or what I have done, because I've only just learnt this myself really, I play, it says the intro G, but a G major, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to actually play as an intro all the chords to verse 1. Because I think that will sound really good. So here we go. So this is our little intro. It's the same chords as verse 1. So it's a G and a C, still a C and a G. Now it's a D and a C, a C, a D, and a G. So if you practice that as a as like an intro, we'll do that again in a minute. So it's a G and a C, nice and easy, a C and a G. Now we've got a D and a C, a D, and a G. I'll just sing verse 1 for you now. Why should I feel discouraged? Why should the shadows come? Why should my heart feel lonely and long for heaven and home? So that's verse 1. So here we go. So we're going to do the chords to verse 1 now. Nice and easy. So it's so why should, it's a G. Why should I feel discouraged? It's a C. Another C now. Why should the shadows come? A G. A D now. Why should my heart feel lonely? It's a C. A C. And long for heaven, a D. And home, a G. So that's verse 1. We'll do verse 2 now. When Jesus is my portion, a constant friend is He. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know He watches me. Gotta repeat this again. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know He watches me. So that's verse 2. So when Jesus is my portion, so when is a G. Jesus is my portion, it's a C. A constant is a G. Friend is He, it's a C. His eye is a D. Is on the sparrow, a G. And I know a D. He watches me. Right, we're going to repeat a couple lines now. His eye is a D. Is on the sparrow. And repeat this as well. And I know a D, He watches me. Right, so now it's the chorus now. So that's verse 1 and verse 2. Right, so I'll just play the chorus for you a minute. So it starts with a D. I sing because I'm happy, and I sing because I'm free. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know he watches me. So now we've got to repeat, his eye is on the sparrow, and I know he watches me. So that's done twice. His eye is a C, is on the sparrow, a G, and I know a G, he watches a D, me, a G. So now again it's his eye, C, is on the sparrow, a G, and I know a G, he watches D, G, me. So now we've got a little solo now after that little chorus. So it's one bar of a G, one bar of a two bars of C, one bar G, D, two bars of C, one bar of D, and one bar of G. So I'll go through that again in a minute. So it's one bar of G, two bars of C, one bar of D, one bar of D, two bars of C, one bar of D, and one bar of G. So that is a G, C, C, G, D, C, C, D, G. So what I'll do, I'll write that down and just practice that a little bit as well. Be good. So it's a G, a C, and a C, a G, a D, C, and a C, a D, and a G. Right, so now we go on to verse 3. Let not your heart be troubled. These tender words I hear, and resting on his goodness, I lose my doubts and fears. Right, let's do that little part now. So let not, it's a G, your heart be troubled, it's a C. These tender C words I hear, a G. And resting is a D. On his goodness is a C. I lose the C. My doubts, D, and fears, G. Right, so that's that little part. So now I suppose it's going to be verse 4 now, I think. Verse 4. Right, so I'll just play that again in a minute. So it's for by the path he leadeth, but one step I may see. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know he watches me. Repeat it again now. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know he watches me. Right, here we go. We do that little part now. I think it's verse 4. So for by is a G. For by the path he leadeth, a C. But one step, a G, I may see. Is a C. His I is a D, is on the sparrow, G. And I know a D, he watches me. His eye, a G, is on the sparrow. It's a C. And I know a G, he watches D, me, a G. I don't know if you notice that when we're actually repeating his eyes on the sparrow, the second his eyes on the sparrow, it's got different chords. So the first lot really, where am I to? The first lot is a C, and the second lot is a G, I think. So I mean, you go back on the actual video and have a little listen, and right. So that's that part done. So now it's chorus 2 now. So it starts with a D. I sing a D because I'm happy, a G. And I sing a D because I'm free, E minor. His eye, a C, is on the sparrow, a G and an E minor. And I know a G, he watches D, me, a G. Little instrumental of just 4 chords, so it's a D for 1 bar, C, a D, and a G. Right, the next verse. When I am tempted, when clouds arise, when songs give way to sighing, when hope within dies. Right, let's do that little part a minute. So when is a G, I am tempted, a C, another C, when clouds arise is a G, when songs is a D, give way to sighing is a C, another C, when hope within a D dies is a G. So now we're on the next verse. I draw the closer to him, from care he sets me free. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know he watches me. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know he watches me. Right, so I draw the closer to him. Right, so it starts with a G. I draw the closer to him is a C. From care is a G. He sets me free is a C. His eye is a D, is on the sparrow, a G. And I know a D, he watches me, a G. His eye is a G, is on the sparrow, a C. And I know a G, he watches a D and a G, me. Right, so what we got left now is back to back a chorus. So right, let's do that. I'll do the 2 choruses for you a minute. I sing because I'm happy, and I sing because I'm free. His eyes on a C, the sparrow, a G and an E minor. And I know a G, he watches D, me a G. So back to back, so it's another chorus. I sing a D because I'm happy, a G. And I sing a D because I'm free, E minor. His I, it's a C, is on the sparrow, a G and an E minor. And I know a G, he watches a D, me. Hope that's okay for you. I'm not going too fast, but what I would do if you're not quite sure, just try to write it down. That's what I do, and then you've got it then to refer to. Because some of these like repeat parts are sort of they a little bit different chords, so I'm sure you're going to work it out. Right, his eye is on the sparrow. Right, I must take out my dog. He's waiting for me to go. So, but I thought I'd just do this little how to play because it's such a great little tune. This one. His eye is on the sparrow. And you've got all the little solo bits and all the instrumental bits and everything. So I hope you got it all right. And have a great rest of your day. Cheers now, bye.